Everyone's mic's on. Mic is on. Remember that song?
Ikoso.
All right. All right.
I hope that's not gonna make it in the cut.
We'll figure it out. All right, guys. Welcome to episode 2 for NWA. This logo is in the way. Welcome to episode 2. Today, we're just going to be talking a little bit about our favorite 90s anime, which is insane. Because how old were you in the 90s, Elijah?
At the oldest in the 90s, I was 5 years old. So this will be a very interesting episode.
Yeah. Like 90s was my era of like watching TV and everything, but I spent most of that time like outside. It was that time of the day and that time of the year, you know, where you spend most of your time outside, especially growing up in like 3rd Street, hanging out in the hills and Hunters Point up at the Sundial and stuff. So I usually just watched cartoons on Saturday mornings like everybody and whatever was playing on Toonami. So like literally my favorite 90s animes are usually from Toonami that I was able to catch glimpse of and then rewatch later in 2000s and be like, oh yeah, dude, that was fantastic. Except for a couple which were everywhere. We'll talk about later.
That's how my start to anime kind of was like the similar. Like during the week, I'm outside. You're either at Hamilton, you know what I mean, playing basketball, playing with other kids, or you're at Kimball at football practice, and not that. And then you have sports throughout the week for your schools. But yeah, no, I only got to watch anime on the weekends, going to my brother's house in Marin, because this was. Yeah, we had basic back then, so you know, Nickelodeon was 45, Disney was channel 39. That's all you got as a kid, man.
Yeah. So you can kick it off first. What would you put? And you don't have to go in order of what like your number one favorite is, but you know, just give us one of your top 3s for 90s animes.
Yeah, no, I got you. And this is in no order. This was tough because there was a lot of 90s animes that I did so much enjoy. But these kind of, I guess, like stuck with me. Mm-hmm. So, mind you, this is in no particular order, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to contradict myself at some point talking about 90s anime.
Oh, of course.
With my honorable mention list, because like I said, it's all over the place. All right, so just leading off, we're just gonna go with Yu Yu Hakusho. Tagashi, man, he great work of art. The show is a bit complicated, so it takes place in Japan. There's this teenage boy named Yusuke Urameshi. He's a delinquent, you know. He's a loner. He kind of he's rebellious, man. Tough kid. Mm-hmm. He starts to show off day one. He beats up like a gang of kids. Ditches school. It's nuts.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Leaving a park, he's walking across the street. Some little kids grabs a soccer ball. Yeah. Car's coming. It's about to be lights out for this kid. Yusuke jumps in front of the kid, pushes the kid out of his way, gets smacked. Bow, dead. That's first episode.
Yeah.
Second episode or later in that episode, you come to find out his body died, but his spirit is still alive. Then he ends up working for like this soul society kind of, I guess.
Yeah, spirit detectives, right?
Yeah, and eventually he becomes a spirit detective, and they fight evil demons, and it's kind of all over the place. But the reason why I chose this for my top 3 90s anime, man, because back then Yusuke took no crap from nobody. It didn't matter if he was old, young, man, woman, child. He's gonna get in your face and tell you he's gonna kick the crap out of you.
Yeah, I think that was like one of my favorite things about Yusuke too. Like if we did a top 5, like this anime would have been on there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, dude, I think that's the one thing I liked about Yusuke was that dude, he literally like gave no craps about anybody. Like, dude, like yeah, dude, someone like my greatest like comebacks and stuff have been from Yusuke.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Oh,
Clapback king, man.
Clapback king for sure, man. Yeah, and it's funny because those like first couple episodes actually like stopped me from watching Yu Yu for a while.
Yeah.
Because it just like started really slow. Like
Yeah.
Even when he got introduced to Botan, and she was like trying to give him directions on how to get his body back. Even then, I was like, oh, I don't care about this egg. And you actually like forget about the golden egg until like the Dark Tournament.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, is the reason why I like Yu Hakusho so much.
I was gonna get to that. The beginning, as you know, and I know, beginning is hard to watch. Once you get to the Dark Tournament and all the kind of the characters' backstories start to come out, you kind of figure out who they are, and you see how gruesome these fight scenes get. Oh man, it's turn it up to 100.
Yeah, what was the main bad guy's name with shades? Mr. Flex.
Oh, Tagoro. How can you forget, man? That's the tank. Yeah. That's who the Rock wants to look like.
Tagoro had one of the biggest like flexes of strength I've ever seen in an anime. Is the one when he invites Yusuke to that building, and he just destroys the building.
Yeah,
and then just goes, "Look what I can do. Come back when you're stronger." There's no reason for him to just destroy that building and then just be like, "Yeah, look, man, I'm strong now. You're gonna fight in this tournament, or else I'm gonna kill everybody you know."
For all the gym bros watching this, Tagoro had traps on top of his traps.
Traps on top of traps.
He was that big, man. He was that mean.
Man. He was running some trend or something, man. But yeah, besides the Dark Tournament saga, the arc after was cool just because I got to see the demon Yusuke.
Right.
But it was just such a long arc because you had to go against that former spirit detective.
Yeah, so I was
Shinobu something.
Yeah, Shinobu. So I was gonna get to that too. I'm gonna kind of deter around that really quickly. Those who don't know, Togashi also wrote Hunter x Hunter, which had a reboot in 2014, so it looks a bit more modern. It was also a 90s anime. But those who don't know, Yu Yu was actually, the ending was rushed. For those who've actually finished it, the whole 112 episodes, towards that last arc, the ending was rushed due to his health concerns.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So I'm just throwing it out there for those who've never watched it or are thinking about checking it out.
Yeah.
Be aware.
Yeah,
it might get rough at the end.
Because you literally watch it and you go, "Oh wow, this is really good," and it gets to the end, and all of a sudden, without trying, we said we're gonna be a place for spoilers. So when we get to the end, and then Kurama, Hide get approached by the other demon lords to fight. Remember, right?
Yeah. And they kind of go to their own like kingdoms and stuff.
Because that one demon was gonna die because he refused to eat humans. If I remember correctly, the one that took
Kurama.
over,
I thought
Yusuke's body when Yusuke did his demon transformation, the Mazuko transformation.
Yeah.
That was like his
right. It was his grandpa or something like that.
Yeah,
right.
And then they asked Yusuke to take over as demon lord.
The kingdom.
Yeah, kingdom. And he was like, "No, we need to have a tournament." And it was like,
this is
about to be the dopest tournament ever. And then it was the last episode ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Yeah.
Terrible.
It's a bad ending. Unfortunate, but yeah, it's because of Tagashi's health.
Hopefully, he does a movie. You know what I mean? Give us an OVA in a movie form.
If we
that'd be pretty
OVA,
cool.
That'd be really good.
All right, 25 episodes.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
That'd be really good. All right, so
what about yours, man? What's your particular order?
Yeah, so not going in any particular order. I would have to say right now, just because I'm rewatching it again, but like super slowly, it's going to be Cowboy Bebop. That thing is stuck in my head for like. It's also my favorite like King Vader video.
Yeah,
with, plugging him every video.
Yo, King Vader. But, if you ever watch this, man, shout out, man. Let's do some business.
Yeah, Cowboy Bebop, man. Just because of Spike mostly, man, and Faye, right? Everyone's there for Faye, but Spike, man, Spike was just super cool. Like he was like super cool, but the thing that got me, and I don't know if you guys like heard me in the first episode when I talked about people with like really messed up backstories.
Yeah,
like, Spike had a really messed up backstory, and that dude was like a destroyed life, like just haunted by his past, just trying to make ends meet with Jet, who, by the way, like #1 black anime character. I'll give it a Jet.
Hey, I was gonna. Have you ever seen the movie?
No.
Dude, check it out. It had one of the cleanest choreographed fight anime scenes ever, bro.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
movie,
Spike goes off, man.
Ooh, yeah, 'cause Spike goes off a few times, man. And I'm actually, kind of excited for the live action of Bebop.
Netflix has done us no good so far with a lot of them. Excuse me. Let me rewind. Let me rewind myself. I'm actually incorrect. This was the Japanese take, right? For the movie for Bebop, the Japanese edition.
No,
Live one?
it's the American one. I think it was like John Cho playing Spike.
Oh,
It's not like I blew you away with who was playing Spike,
right.
but I forgot who was playing Faye. I think I sent it to you. Faye in the live action. I should have looked that up before. Faye
Right.
being played by, I don't even know who that is.
Today was a day, man. Oh man, errands after errands after errands. Today was a day.
Yeah. Yeah, so Bebop is one of my favorites. It's one of those two that I gotta rewatch. It's one of those like I caught on Toonami every once in a while when it played.
Yeah.
So it's one of those like I don't even think I remember the order of episodes or the order of arcs. I just remember right when we get to Ed, who also had a messed up backstory. See, that's another thing. Every character had a terrible backstory, except for what's his name? Ian, the dog,
Yeah.
the corgi.
The corgi, man. Dog is hella smart.
Yeah, dude, it's like one of the top anime pets
Ever.
ever. So yeah, that's one of my top ones. It's not one that
Hey, let me ask you a question. Because when you say that,
good because I had no ending to that sentence.
this is kind of weird. This is about the anime pets thing. And Soul Eater, the weapons, do you consider them pets? Or are they people?
They're people.
In what way if they're in animate objects?
Well, I guess I would classify pets as like animals, right?
Right, but
Because
people are animals.
Yeah, it's 2019, man. You don't call humans pets, you know?
When you reach, sometimes you fall.
Yeah, man. But yeah, Bebop was a good one. What else do you have on your list?
Trigun, Vash the Stampede. Now this anime takes place in like a post-apocalyptic Earth, like, and everything's kind of like burnt and chewed up. Everything's kind of like desolate, like hot and dry, like a desert. And this guy, this blonde-haired dude, he's about 8 feet tall. Can't miss him.
No.
And his name's Vash the Stampede. He has what was it, 100 million
It's a
double dollar bounty on his head.
60 billion double dollars.
There we go. That's the million. That's the number right there. This man is worth gold.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is that in the very beginning and throughout the whole thing, that no one's really sure like who Vash is. Like that's the best part.
They don't know what he looks like. It's great.
They keep like, it's a giant in a red coat. Everyone gets a red coat, blonde hair, right? Which is funny too because every episode like another bad guy pop up and they'll be in a red coat with blonde hair.
Yeah.
Like, that must be Vash.
And it's crazy because he's this like soft-spoken, kind dude.
Yeah.
Goofball.
Yeah. With the giant gun.
With a giant like Smith & Wesson Magnum, man. That Colt 45.
I don't know if you guys saw it in the picture.
Yeah, man. Can we get a new pick, man? With just the gun in his hand.
With just the gun in his hand?
With just the gun in his hand, man. This thing is heavy duty. It's baby arm.
Yeah.
Let this man get upset and get serious, man. It's like a sniper in his hand.
Yeah, I think it's huge. Yeah, it's that's a good one. It's a good one because he's like super goofy, so you don't ever take him serious, and then he gets that serious look in his face.
Right.
And he's like dodging bullets.
It's like for all the people who've ever played sports, it's like you're kind of going through the motions, you relax, and then you just keen in, bow, you get in the zone, and can't nothing stop you, man.
Yeah. And that's actually like how he is too, like, and that's like bigger than his head, plus his hair. Dang, that thing is huge.
Right, man. He hits you in your shoulder, half your body gone, man.
Your whole body gone, man. I think. Yeah, that's a good one. That's I don't remember how that one ends so much.
The reason why I chose it though is because I started watching this as a kid when I lived in Daly City. When we finally got Cartoon Network out here, and at the time, me and my brother were constantly fighting about the dumbest things, but fist fights broke out left and right. And this show had something similar to what was going on, just a relationship between my brother at the time. So this is why it stuck with me. So for those who have siblings, watch it. I know this might sound weird because it's like cowboys in the post-apocalyptic future shooting, blowing stuff up. Then I'm talking about siblings now. Trust me, it all ties together perfectly.
It does all tie together. That seems to be a common theme with your anime picks. Huh? I think last episode too, you had a whole bunch of family picks.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, it definitely. Yeah, I have to. For me, I watch a lot of the anime I choose and that I watch and they stay with me. Kind of, I can see like parts of my life or just how my outlook on things, it kind of aligns with the shows.
Okay.
So like, even though I'm not gonna, this isn't in my top 3 list, but Inuyasha, like in the last episode, I spoke on it. Like it was like one of my favorites of all times. But I can't say it's in my top list just because of how long it is, and then the filler and.
Yeah,
Naraku just never dies, so I just couldn't. It was just too long, but I finished it eventually. Years it took me to finish, but
yeah, I don't think I ever finished it.
Yeah, it's one of those shows I would not. I don't. It's not a show I'm gonna go back and watch.
No, not at all.
But Trigun always is.
Trigun always is. Yeah, I just decided to watch it recently. I don't know. Just because I keep seeing it on like my Crunchyroll and stuff. I was like, I guess I should give it a watch. You know, usually it's hard for me to watch like the old 90s ones again, just because I don't like the 4:3 aspect ratio on the screen. But that's a good one. It's a classic.
Yeah, man, Vashta Stampede.
Yeah. So my next one is one that I kind of touched on last week, which I guess I'll just stay with it. But it's gonna have to be Yu-Gi-Oh. Like I can't not talk about Yu-Gi-Oh. Because there's very few people who grew up with me who can't talk, who grew up with me who knew how much I liked like Yu-Gi-Oh. Very, very few people. I did have some people who like another, I guess, and we'll talk about this later, but like Pokemon was another one that I watched a lot. So a lot of times I collect a lot of Pokemon cards back in the days, right? That was like the thing. So whenever I go to card shops and buy like Pokemon cards, I would always like grab a couple.
Let me cut you off. Hold on. I'm curious because me and my cousins and my siblings, we used to collect the cards. Had no clue how to play the card game itself. I'm curious. Did you know how to play the card game?
The only reason I know how to play the card game is because they came out with the card game video game. Do you remember that Pokemon TGC? TCG? Trading card game. Yeah. So I played it because I was like, oh, it should be kind of cool. It was terrible, but I learned how to play the game. But then once you learn how to play the game, you realize like, oh, dude, Pokemon cards are dumb. That's what drove me back. I was like, let me look at Yu-Gi-Oh a little bit. You know, I wasn't like nerdy enough to play Magic back in the days.
Man, I feel like you're taking shots at me, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, you were born in what, like 95 or something. So whatever.
Man, I'm sorry that I'm not
you caught everything
experienced.
Yeah, you caught
with life.
Yeah, you caught on to everything like after it was no longer. Oh no, when it became cool. Like, you know, there's like a lot of nerdy things in the past that are becoming cool now. Yeah, that was your childhood. I had to be the closet Yu-Gi-Oh guy, who people would be like, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh's done. We're like, yeah, and then whip out my battle disc.
That sucks. When Yu-Gi-Oh's out, when I was watching it,
yeah.
Everybody was on it. I was what, 3rd grade, 4th grade or something, man. I used to bring a dual disc to school. Yeah, man, it sucked. It was like I went from school in like Fillmore. I went to Cobb.
Yeah.
And I transferred to Cabrillo Elementary.
Oh.
And I mean, yeah.
I know some people from Cabrillo.
Yeah, shout out to all the kids if they end up watching this. I went to Cabrillo, but yeah, man, dual disc. You saw quite often a lot of them on the yard.
Yeah, and I like Yu-Gi-Oh a lot. I don't even know why it was so entertaining. It must have been like the whole heart of the card thing. And I think I was just so amazed by he would just be like, all right, believe in the heart of cards, and he would always draw exactly what he needed at the very last moment.
It's so meme worthy, like how much faith and trust he puts into these stupid cards.
Yeah. And it was also the concept of like the shadow games.
Yeah.
Where it's like, wait, so if you lose, you just die?
You go to the Shadow Realm.
And you go to the Shadow Realm. Like, yeah. So I think like the Japanese version, like, it wasn't the Shadow Realm. Like, you died. And
oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't learn that out till later. I found out in Japan, instead of Shadow Realm, it was just like death. It was like hell or something. And if you just lost one of those Shadow games, that was it. You dead.
So let me ask you a question. Would you recommend Yu-Gi-Oh to anybody starting?
I think the starting people probably shouldn't watch the first go around of Yu-Gi-Oh. I feel like you should, just so you know who Yugi Moto is, just because his name sounds so much like the game, and just because of the whole Egyptians. You go through the history of Yu-Gi-Oh, but that's also the reason why I don't want to introduce people. Like, there's way too many characters in the original one.
Right.
Like, at first you're like, oh, okay, it looks like May Valentine's gonna be the bad guy. Oh no, they're friends now. Okay, it's gonna be Bandit Keith. Oh no, Bandit Keith.
Keith's the coldest blonde in any anime, bro.
But the bad guy was always Pegasus, right? It was always Kaiba, Seto Kaiba as the rival, and then Maximilian Pegasus with the that's the one.
That's a cold name
with the eye.
That's a cold name, Maximilian
Pegasus, man, with his eye that lets you see the cards.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh was sick, man.
Yeah,
as a kid,
it
was my jam.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh and then Yu-Gi-Oh GX. So like
which one was GX?
That's the one when they went to school.
Oh, with the superheroes? Yeah, that one was sick.
That one was dope. I like Yu-Gi-Oh so much. Like back then, like it was such a big part of me getting into anime that I still give like the new Yu-Gi-Ohs like some watch time. I'm not saying they're good. Like V-Reigns is really bad. But the fact that I know what it is and I watched a few episodes, it just tells you how much I like Yu-Gi-Oh. Because V-Reigns is terrible. So was that 7Ds. That's what lost it for me, was the 7Ds. Like, just play cards, man. Don't ride on a motorcycle while you're playing cards. That was a weird concept.
Yeah. So let me ask you a question. You're a Yu-Gi-Oh guy, man. Mm-hmm. Was GX right after the first series?
Yeah.
Okay.
When first series and then GX, and the cool thing about GX is that if you try to watch it dubbed, which is like the usual way people watch it in English, you don't get an ending.
Oh, what the?
Because
whoa.
The ending got too dark in Japan, and Funimation cut it off.
Wow. Looks like I'm gonna have to be finishing Yu-Gi-Oh GX, because as a kid, Yu-Gi-Oh GX was lit. You had the reds against the blues, against the greens.
Yep. Right when it got to Jesse, who was my favorite rival.
Big games.
Yeah, Jesse came in, and then there was like this whole like I can't remember the main guy's name. Anyone knows it, just go ahead and type that in. But the main guy like got like possessed by like some weird demon, and it just got super dark. But really good. Yeah. So that's 2 for me. What do you got next?
So I'm gonna save off on my third. I'm just gonna throw out this disclaimer. I don't plan on naming any of like the big 3 or like old or commonly known shonen. So like, as you guys know, Naruto, got the Shinobi Lion's headband on, started in the 90s. You know what I mean? Started in the 90s.
Oh, yeah. By the way, we're making t-shirts today. I would like to say it wasn't on purpose, but
this was unplanned.
It was totally on purpose.
Unplanned matching.
Yeah. Oh, unplanned? I said it was planned.
They know. But I'm not gonna reference any of these. Yu was the only one for me that may be big name reference. But for my last one, and I do have some honorable mentions coming up my last one I'm going to say is Berserk. Now, Berserk is a show I wouldn't recommend to anybody who doesn't know anything about anime and just kind of wants to watch something. This show is freaking dark. I mean, this is like 18. I mean, once you get to high school, you experience a little life about your junior year, sophomore year. Check it out. As a youth, oh no, man, this is sick. This is sick.
Yeah.
I mean, the main character is this guy.
Even his name.
His name's Guts with a Z. Gutz. That's it.
Original, yeah.
So this guy Guts, he's a warrior. He ended up joining this army. And he kind of gets forced into joining this army because he lost to the leader. The leader of this group, his name's Griffith. Griffith is probably the most one of the coldest villains in anime history, in my opinion. I mean, I hate him. I hate him.
Oh yeah,
I hate him.
He's not one of those villains that some people can relate to here and there. Like he doesn't have one of those like, oh well, he's trying to like make the world a better place at least.
The man sold his soul to the devil to become a god.
Yeah.
And the things he had to do it. It was just the show is amazing. And if you don't want to watch I personally don't recommend watching this new like 2013 or 2012. What was it, the CGI filled anime? Don't watch that at all. You need to go back, watch the 99 version. It came out in 1999, or watch the 3 movies.
The 3 movies are really good. I can't even find like a good cover art picture to show you guys, but I guess we'll just do this one to go name.
We'll just go with the movie, man.
Let's go with the movie. I mean, this is
yeah, it was sick. It was crazy. I'm just gonna end on this with Berserk, and then you could kind of wrap it up. After watching this, it'll make you start looking around your circle a bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Start checking people out.
And it's crazy too that if you go off my themes of like animes I like Berserk should be on there for me. Like Guts' story and just Guts' life is just so traumatic and dramatic. It's just super matic. Any kind of matic you can think of.
It's very radical. It's very radical. It's never dull. There's never a dull moment. It's always something. The guy can't catch a break.
Nope. Yeah, man. He goes through some stuff. I unfortunately didn't watch the original and watched the new terribly animated one. But luckily I knew it was poorly animated going into it. And so I was still surprised about how bad it was. It's bad too because it's not even poorly animated like you see watching these new Netflix ones. Like those are bad. Like Cyborg 009. I know you're gonna talk about it, but
man, well, you hating for what? It started early.
Yeah, that was really bad. This was on a whole different level of bad. Like they didn't even shade characters in. You know. It's like the doodles you do on your notebook where you like draw a letter and then you like quickly scribble in the letters. Like that's what the characters look like. Man, they're scribbled in. They didn't try, but the scribbles move when they move. It's just, I'm just getting mad thinking about.
Right, you're beating it up, man.
It's the lack of effort they put into it.
I see. Watch the old stuff, man. Watch the movies. The 3 films do it justice. The 3 films it pretty much explains everything that happens.
The old one gets a lot of flack too, though. Apparently, I don't know. I think it's like also bad animation. Or something.
Well, I mean, I hadn't personally myself. I hadn't read too many reviews that downed Berserk, and even myself. Like at first, I didn't want to watch it, just because after what I read, I was like, it sounds pretty generic. It sounds like something you might watch on like HBO or like Fox or TBS, like just the plot of it. So I was like, I didn't want to check it out. Then went over to my brother's house in Marin, played some video games. He threw it on, and I was hooked.
Yeah, get that giant sword.
Yeah, Guts is sick, man. But let me tell you guys, I'm gonna end it on this. I'm just gonna not say anything else about Berserk. Anybody who has any reason to try to help explain why Guts is a terrible person, a terrible friend, and anything else, that and the third, don't comment.
Okay.
Don't comment.
All right. We'll go with that. So I've been saving. I wish I can say the best for last, but it's the video game of this anime is getting a remake. So I hope the anime is eventually going to get a remake. But I'm just going to go ahead and quickly talk about Monster Rancher, which it's dude, this cover is really bad.
Whoa.
But that's what it is. So quick rundown of what Monster Rancher is real quick. So this kid you see in the middle here, I think his name is like Genki. He is like the #1 Monster Rancher gamer in the world. So in his world, Monster Gamer is a video game, and he's the #1 gamer in the world. And he's in a tournament, and he wins the tournament. And the special prize is this special edition Monster Rancher game. So he wins that. He takes it home. He puts it into his game console, and then of course, like all animes now, he gets transported into that world with the disc that he put in, which is now a stone disc. Don't ask why. It's just the way this world works. Okay, so he has a stone disc, and he runs into like these other people who are like super surprised at the disc, and there's this girl. I can't remember these names. But she's basically looking for like this legendary phoenix that's gonna like save her village from the villain whose name is Moo. Bad name for a villain, but his name is Moo. But he's like this evil villain who's trying to take over this village, and she's looking for the stone disc that has the phoenix in it. So
can you pull up an image of what Moo looks like? Because this name is absolutely terrible. I need to see what this person looks like. I'm sorry to cut you off, but Moo, man, he wasn't like he wasn't a lame. Like look, he looks cool. Man, he looked like a wholesale shredder.
Yeah. He looks pretty. No, man. Yeah,
he got horns like a cow or a bull. What's going on with Moo, man?
Like he thought he was gonna be a Thundercat, and then realized he wasn't a cat.
That's Moo for you.
That's Moo. But anyway, so he has his disc, and he puts it in to their little machine that they have, and the disc puts out a monster. So and the first monster that pops up is the green thing. I lost the picture. I guess it's yellow. My bad. This yellow thing.
Oh, the eyeball man. Yeah. Mike Wazowski.
Pretty much Mike Wazowski. And then all these other ones come later. But all these, and then it gets to like a Pokemon thing where like they start battling and stuff. But the cool, it gets weird. Oops. It gets weird. But the cool thing about this that made me like this and the game was that it was like for the PS1. But the cool thing about this game was when you put your disc in, you get a monster, right? But if you brought the disc to like your friend's house, and as long as they had a memory card with the game save on it, when you put the disc in, it gives you a different monster. So essentially, you can like trade games with people to get different monsters. Oh,
that's sick.
Which is, I'm guessing, why the reason to bring it back, because you can think about the money you can make on that.
Right.
You can start selling different discs, and people can grab a disc, and it's a whole little gotcha pong going on. So that's really cool, man.
Are you actively looking for this new Monster Rancher coming out for the game?
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I know it's coming out soon, because every once in a while I'll look at Google and be like, Monster Rancher game.
Because I'm curious to see what the PlayStation 1 game was like. Like, I'm curious. Like, can you talk about that? Because I'm curious to.
Yeah, the game was like typical anime games back then. It just ran you through the story.
JRPG kind of like
JRPG thing. So it ran through the story. You can train your monsters to be stronger. They evolve. But pretty much, dude, this game was a good basis for Digimon as well as along with Pokemon.
Man, this honorable mention list is going to be disgusting.
Yeah. Is your honorable mention include Dragon Ball GT?
Oh, for sure not.
No?
For sure not.
You don't like Omega Shenron?
I mean, I like GT. Don't get me wrong. It's cool. But just for the simple fact that it's not canon, it makes no sense. But now it's kind of tying into getting canon, which I'm not going to talk about.
Yeah, see, and I think that's the reason why people are starting to hate GT more is because
stupid.
It's cool that they're bringing some stuff in to Super, but it's also like a lot of that stuff just needs to die.
It's dumb. The only thing cool about GT, you got Super Saiyan 4, and then like Omega Shenron was sick.
Yeah, Mega Shenron was dope.
And like Baby Vegeta was I was like, I'm tired of watching Vegeta like yell at Goku. You know?
What's his name? Portunga, the Shenlong, the other dragon.
Oh yeah,
Buff Shenron. Like super
Man,
buff.
Yeah, but I wasn't even tripping off of that, man. Like as a kid, it's like I'm here for the Saiyans. I ain't worried about no dragon that they gonna wish. Wasn't that the Namekian? Shenron though?
What, Patunga?
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, see,
because then they had to get Dragon Balls for somewhere else. Now you got me thinking with GT. They had to get like Dragon Balls for somewhere else or something like that.
They were called like reverse Dragon Balls. Remember, they like used them too much and they broke.
Right.
So they had to go.
They went and got another set. They went to look for another set of Dragon Balls. Essentially, I'm pretty sure I'm wrong about this, but I feel like that was the Namekian Dragon Balls.
Okay. I don't remember. I remember those Dragon Balls disappeared with Frieza and Dragon Ball Z, which I didn't add Dragon Ball Z to any of these lists because it technically came out in the 80s. So, not the 90s.
I mean, Dragon Ball, wasn't it came out in the 80s or was that 70s?
Dragon Ball Z was technically
89?
80s. It was like 89.
Oh, that's tough, man.
Yeah, that's tough. 89.
That's tough. Let's go ahead. I want to hear your honorable mentions, man, because I'm gonna name about 30 things on mine. So.
All right. So, I mean, the first one I'm gonna go through. I'm gonna run through it real quick because I don't remember much of it. It's just. So this right here, Ronin Warriors. This is an anime that I kept asking people, like, hey, do you remember that one show? And it was like samurais, but they're in a city and they transform. Like, I had really bad explanations for it. But eventually someone sent me this, and I was like, I don't think it's Ronin Warriors. So I watched like the first like 5 episodes. I was like, yeah, this is Ronin Warriors. It's not a very good anime. Like, this is gonna be one that seasoned anime vets should watch, because if you're new and this is the first one you watch, you're never gonna listen to me ever again.
Oh wow, it's that bad.
It doesn't hold up very well.
Oh wow.
But it was one of those, like, I remember watching it as a kid, and like these Ronin Warriors had like weird swords. I think someone had like a double sword, kind of like Darth Maul. And that became like my favorite thing ever. And I had these hockey sticks because I used to try to play hockey back then, and I would like tape them together and then pretend I was that dude with like 2 hockey sticks at the end.
That's nuts.
So Ronin Warriors makes my honorable mention because I used to run around with double hockey sticks.
Oh man, double hockey sticks. That's great. I'm not going to go into details for the big named honorable mention shows, but Rurouni Kenshin, for those who don't know, it used to be on Toonami and Cartoon Network in like late 90s, early 2000s. It went by a different name on Toonami. It went by Samurai X. The show's sick, man. The show's sick. I'm not gonna go into too much detail about it just because I got about 30 other things I'm probably gonna mention. Second, I'd probably go Wolf's Rain. Wolf's Rain was a bit complicated. This show was drawn beautifully, animated beautifully. This show you don't get a lot of action in. What I got out of this show was a great story. Like, if you're just looking to watch a great story, just something to get into, a different fantasy, I definitely recommend this show. Next, I'm just gonna go ahead and name this one. Blackjack was kind of sick. I was a little young for it at the time. My older brother Dar watched it all the time, so I don't remember too much about it. But it's always a show that I've always kept in my queue.
Oh, this one.
It was about a doctor.
This guy right here. Let me pull it up real quick for y'all.
I just remember as a kid, like, yeah, this one, yeah. What was it? I remember he had like a thing. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but Blackjack's a show I always keep in my queue. Cyborg 099, 009. It was about a bunch of cyborgs with different powers. It was cool. It's something I don't really recommend though.
No, dude, I think it's trash, man. The only reason I tried to rewatch it again is because I kind of like Devilman Crybaby.
Devilman Crybaby was sick.
Yeah, but then they had like that.
It was a sad story.
Yeah, and then they had that crossover.
Yeah, that crossover movie was dumb. It was dumb.
I was literally gonna watch Devilman Crybaby just so I can watch the crossover because there's no way I'm watching Cyborg.
Right.
I think I tried, and then I was like, oh, he can just like run really fast. You know, and just,
I think that was 004 too, man. All he did was run.
Yeah,
Dude looked like a pencil.
yeah.
Yeah, the show was crazy.
How many do you got on your honorable mention?
Bro, I told you I got like 30.
Dude,
I'm not gonna talk about all of them. I'm just gonna start naming them off.
You were only in the 90s for like 4 years.
You were in the 90s for like 4 years, man. I'm sorry, I'm not old, PJ. Excuse me.
I forgive you.
But but Pokemon's on there as well.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean Pokemon's up there. I just hate the fact that Ash never ages, man.
Also,
Pokemon's been on air for 20 years.
I don't think people realize, but Ash is like the biggest loser in the world. Like, you should never be like Ash. Like, first of all, never gets any of the girls, but also loses every single tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Second place. Second place champ.
No rebuttal.
No, at all. Like I can't. It's Ash second place king, man.
Hey, real quick, Elijah, I'm gonna take a quick break. Remember that one day you came by your work and you were like, "Oh yeah, I had to go to the hospital to get my knee looked at," and this nurse helped me, and she was like real cool, light skinned.
Yeah.
She just hopped on my live stream. I told you that was my auntie. She just commented and was like, "Hey, PJ, he was a patient of mine."
Yo, shout out to her, man. She was so cool. She took big care of me, man.
Yeah,
she was so cool. Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah, all right, man. Hi to her if she's still in here.
Yeah, and you never went back for your checkup, huh?
No, I did. I got all my stuff just checked out, situated. I was doing PT.
Auntie, if you're still listening, Elijah's not gonna get that surgery. You gotta talk some sense into him.
Oh man.
Man. We're not gonna get into that. Anyway, back. All right, so keep going, man, because I only got like maybe one left.
For your honorable mentions?
1 or 2 left. Yeah, because you touched on a lot of them.
I mean, too, if you got to say, you know what I mean, jump in, too. Don't let me, you know me, I could ramble on and name a bunch of stuff.
So there's one I was kind of surprised you didn't say, because you brought it up a little bit last time, with Sailor Moon. You brought it up last week. You want to bring it up today?
Like I said, man, that's what started me off. Was I actively watching Sailor Moon? No, man, but it's a memory. It sure pops in my head. My cousin, Taylor, yeah, she used to watch it all the time, and then as a kid, it'd come on TV, and you just watch it.
So that's why you watched it? It was one of those, like, Taylor was babysitting you, and you just had to watch it?
Yeah.
Is that story we're going with? Yeah,
we're going to stick with it, man. If she's in here, man, jump to my defense, man. Yeah, jump to my defense.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. Kay, my girlfriend has been watching it recently, like I think from the beginning.
The new one or the old one?
No, she's watching the old one. Rewatching it, so I've been popping in and out. It's kind of funny. I kind of wish I watched it more. No, I don't.
I mean, that's what you want to watch, man. Go for it. Teach his own. You want to learn about astrology and signs and all that stuff, horoscopes and all that stuff.
Nah. I also didn't realize. Yeah, she just told me it has nothing to do with astrology, man.
Was it?
You were watching the wrong Sailor Moon, man.
It was the planets. That's what it was.
Yeah, planets, man. Yeah, okay.
Goes to show.
Anyway, what else you got? I don't really have much more on here.
I know you guys can't see.
What's up there?
My little.
Why'd you wrong hand? What is that?
I'm struggling, man. This Gundam poster. Whatever. Okay. I had a Gundam on there. Gundam was sick, man. I don't know if it came out in the 80s or if it was the 90s, but Gundam. And then this is the last one I'm going to mention. Neon Genesis Evangelion Grails. So if that's a show I also recommend. It's on Netflix too. Don't watch the dub.
Frustrate you?
What?
I've never seen it. Not a single episode.
Wow.
I don't know why.
That's terrible, man.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
I was gonna watch that Netflix one, but yeah, just like you're saying now, everyone's like, nah, let's watch the original.
Right. There's no point in watching it in dub. It's really 90s, so there's gonna be a lot of things that might upset some people.
Oh yeah, I mean that's the same thing with Yu Yu Hashiko. Like, didn't that one guy in the tournament with what's her name when he was trying to get the spirit wave? He had a swastika on his head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mohawk guy, motorbike guy.
No, the ninja man.
Oh, that one. No. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
'cause in Japan, the swastika is a sign of power, and then here comes Germany.
right.
Super casual. It's like, oh god, you guys see what Germany did?
Oh my goodness, man. So I think that's it for my honorable mention list, man. I'm not gonna get too much into it just because they didn't quite make the cut. What's your last one?
So my last one was one that I got reminded of. Shout out to Mark who commented on the picture I posted earlier. He said Slayers. Remember Slayers?
Yeah,
Man,
the dude with that green armor, the red eyes or whatever.
Yeah, dude, that one.
Oh no, I'm thinking of another one.
I mean, I can't find a good. These are bad.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I don't type Slayers into Google.
Is that what you guys are watching? This is 90. This is 90 anime. So go, give me some background. Give me some background. Give me some context, man.
So, I believe Slayers was about. It was like this one main, like, demon lord, who kept it was like his holy grail, but it was like a Bible or something, and anyone who obtained the Bible learned a way to resurrect him. He was like the evil demon lord who ruled all the worlds. So it's like there was like 3 or 4 worlds, but in order to get the Bible, you had to destroy each world. So you had to like destroy these 4 worlds in order to get the Bible or something like that. So there was like a group of evil demons who tried to get him, and of course there's like the angels who were on the planet fighting against it. So it was a lot of fight scenes from what I remember. I remember it being kind of funny too. I can't find a good picture of it. I believe this is it, the ones you're looking at.
Yeah, I was thinking of a different 90s anime. But yeah, no, I've definitely seen this. on a lot of streaming services.
Yeah, it's on Crunchyroll right now, or VRV if anyone has it. I just don't want to show this one.
Hey, that'd be sick if we could do some work with Crunchyroll, man. You know they're based in the city.
They're in the city,
right by Westfield.
I always see like job postings for them.
Yeah.
But I don't ever meet the
criteria.
Yeah, it's always something crazy, man. Crazy criteria to be hired by one of those companies. But yeah, so what else do I have in my honorable mention? I threw Digimon on there.
Man, I can't believe I forgot about Digimon, man. Digital Monsters.
The reason why I didn't bring it up earlier is because I tried to rewatch it from the beginning.
Couldn't do it neither, huh?
Oh, no. Not at all.
Didn't hold up.
No. I know it gets better, but no, I can't. I had to skip. I might have to like skip some stuff.
I had to skip all the way through pretty much like the 3/4 through this series. Yeah, the first season.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. I can imagine that's what would happen if I like rewatched Pokemon over again.
Right.
But it's weird because I can like remember almost every Pokemon episode.
What's crazy?
Indigo League, at least.
Right. I was at Indigo League is probably the only Pokemon I can sit through and watch. Like the new stuff, I can't do it for whatever. I just can't.
I tried. It's too like Hero's Journey now. It's too like.
To me, it's just I don't know. I guess it's because I grew up. Like, as a kid, it was cool. You watch another kid do this stuff, but it was like edgy. I felt like it was edgy. Like, they just talked more smack when we were younger and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
I guess,
round at the edges, man. Where it needs to be rugged, it's still.
And I think the time we're in now, I don't think, because I think they brought Brock back.
Oh, really?
But it's obviously not the same Brock.
It's trash.
If you took the 90s Brock and put him in now, he's going to jail. like dude. Like Brock has some issues, man.
Officer Jenny, Nurse Joy,
Officer Jenny.
Man, they get my guy cold, man.
He should be wearing a camel pack all the time. because he is nonstop thirsty. Yeah, it doesn't. The new ones are cool. Like every once in a while I'll like throw an episode on.
Hey,
But I think what makes it like hard to watch now is that they can never top the first Pokemon movie.
right. I was just about to ask you about that. I was gonna say, tell me you cried when Ash was turning to stone.
I don't think a single person didn't cry.
Because I was gonna say, if you didn't, man, your soul is black.
Yeah, and
to
it's
the
crazy
core.
too because like Pikachu doesn't say words. He just says Pika Pika over.
Wait,
No, we're not going to talk about that.
you know I have to.
No, man.
I have to.
I like to pretend that didn't exist.
I have to. What on earth? Why would I don't even know who the director or the author of Pokemon's name is. So excuse me for not knowing that. Why on earth would you allow someone to make a new Pokemon movie where Pikachu speaks the tongue language of humans?
So those who don't know, if you're watching this live, I'm sorry I can't play it now, but the risk of being copyrighted. But if you're watching this on the replay, I'm going to put it up on YouTube. So when you watch this on YouTube, it's going to have the scene right now.
Pikachu, why won't you get in your Pokeball?
It's because I always want to be with you.
And when you come back to it, you're probably going to have your hands on your head saying, what did I just watch?
Why?
What did I just watch?
What the F?
It was-
You know what I mean?
It was weird too because they gave him like a small girly. I don't want to. I don't want to talk.
Don't speak too much on it. But what on earth though? It's just like Pokemon is going downhill, man. The games still hold up though.
Yeah, I haven't played any of the Switch ones because I don't have a Switch.
Hey man, you slide through the crib, bro.
What do you have? Do you have the?
I don't have them yet. I just keep them on my 3DS.
Oh, well, I have those on the 3DS. I just said Switch, man. Why would I slide through? I got my own 3DS.
I mean, hey man, you can buy the game, you play it on the Switch, slide through. Link up. This is a 90s theme, man. Keep it 90s. You play video games at your friend's house.
Yeah, with the remember on the Game Boy Color, and you had to use that little cord.
Mm-hmm. That Ethernet cable.
Long Ethernet cable. But it had a whole bunch of other like ends to it. You didn't know what it connected to.
Mm-hmm. Hey, did you play this game on the PS1 as a kid? Legend of Dragoon?
No. Legends of the Dragoon.
Yeah. I might have to Wednesday when we link, bro. I'll open your eyes, man. For those who have played this game, just give us hit the like button. Hit the like button if you play Legends of Dragoon.
All right. Any other quick other mentions?
Nah, that's it for me, man. I think that's it. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we're gonna try to keep this episode short. Last week we went like an hour 20, hour 30. I just think that was too long. So we're gonna be working on that, guys. Again, thank you for those who did watch when I put it up on YouTube. This episode 2 will be on YouTube. I'll go ahead and I'll keep this stream live on the Facebook page as well. So next week we'll be off. Next week I got my brother coming in town. Maybe we'll do something this week and just post it as a regular video on YouTube. So stay tuned to that. But also when we come back, I'll be live streaming this not just to Facebook, probably to Twitch as well. So we start getting a following there. So if you want to go ahead and follow us already on Twitch, it's down right here on the bottom right on your screen right here. Yeah, there we go. Nope. There we go. That way.
Man, to my left, Lord have mercy, I almost broke my arm.
Right here. Ninjas with Anime. That's our name. That's going to be on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Bailey, but we have it. So we'll be there on Twitch. And also too, what we'll do, we'll just leave it at that. Just go ahead and follow our Twitch just so you can get those alerts when we go live. Guys. So we're gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks for tuning in. We hope you have a wonderful Labor Day. And make sure you guys enjoy it and take the time to rest and spend it with your family and your loved ones.
Once again, if you guys see Jaden Smith, let him know I'm trying to get on that Goku remix.
You know what the ending of the video is going to be.
We can go ahead and call it the Super Saiyan Goku remix. I'm probably going to end the video every single way. You like that ending from last week?
You know what it's going to be, man.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. So thank you guys, and goodbye.
Look at him! Yeah, come again.